I've been seeing objects around the sun all month, even into the month before. And here's an object again around the sun. Very hard to see. As you see here, these are all the sunspots from today. But at the same time, something's going to go by so fast. There you go. And that was even slowed down 300 times. Let's go see that again, and we'll try to really slow it down 3,000 times to see this large object once again going in the opposite direction of what I actually showed you this week. As I always do, I will descend the exposure. These objects I've probably been capturing for years. I'm slowing it down ridiculously, watching long hours of the footage, and they appear. I'm telling you. The sun is very bright, so if you want to see an object going across the sun, sometimes, most often, you have to descend the exposure. Be sure to watch your footage before bringing the exposure down, because you will not be able to see outside of the sphere of the sun. But I process them both ways. I do it with the exposure up, I do it with the exposure down. But the problem is this object is not going past or coming to the sun, it's appearing around the sun, possibly in its orbit. These findings are almost impossible to find. If you know that you have to slow down your footage a couple of thousands of times and watch it really slowly, watch between the flares on the right. An asteroid or an unknown object will go by at extreme speeds. It's so slowed down here right now, a couple of hundreds of times, not 1,000. There it is. And that was slowed down. And that's what we've been watching the whole time. Let's take a look at yesterday's and today's flares. Isn't it incredible? We're looking at an object so far away from Earth, so they say, and we're looking at fires the size of many planets on the surface, and those dark spots reach down as far as 60 to 65,000 kilometers deep into the sun's soul. And now the kazoo for you, Floyd Stats.
Bruce sees all.
One of 9 UFOs captured in front of the sun in only a couple of weeks. I thank the higher beings for these captures. Here's a flashback of yet another recent UFO capture. This UFO turns itself as it crosses over the sun. At one point, we will get in close enough to see that there are actually 2 objects simultaneously turning as they cross over the sun. I am also filling in for the DJ tonight, so leave a comment.
Bruce sees all. Bruce sees all.
Well, I'm on an incredible journey, and a lot of you are following me on that journey to see all the beautiful captures that I can capture with a 14-inch telescope, some good cameras, and some infrared cameras. And imagine we're not investing millions of dollars to be able to see what's out there. And I do think that certain areas of Earth may not have that much activity. Maybe I'm lucky, very lucky. We're going to use some common sense here and say that I live around farms. So if a UFO is extraterrestrial or alien, it would definitely not come in over Montreal downtown where the airports are and all the people are. It would most likely come in on the outskirts where the farmland is, and then it would venture itself in a matter of seconds to wherever it wants to go. Whether they're watching nuclear power plants or they're watching out for maybe something that the governments are deciding to use as defense. Maybe it's a little over the top. Maybe something's happening. Maybe the technology here on Earth has gotten a bit out of hand, and maybe the ones that are holding that technology in power are dangerous, right? Theoretically, we have no idea what's going on, but we all know something definitely is going on. If I'm able to capture UFO fleets like this going over the moon, it really does remind me, everybody, about military formations and about military organizations, right? Whether it be human or alien, we're not looking at some idiots, okay? We're looking at beings, human or not, that are traveling in space over the moon at high rates of speed simultaneously together, and even some of them, what looks like they're actually leaving the moon. Yeah, I'm not telling you a lie. I'm telling you the absolute truth. I'm showing you the visual proof of what I believe is UFO leaving the moon. I've showed it in the past, and I'll show it again. These are amazing captures and moments, that we keep as memories, right? This is documentation that I'm capturing with a 14-inch telescope, thanks to all my savings and, of course, the amazing community who helped me so much invest 3/4 of the money for the telescope that I got. And I can't thank you all enough. But look what it's given us. Look what we were able to see on the moon, in space, and it's not finished. I don't know about you guys, but I get really emotional when I capture these things. I have grandparents that are deceased now, but they went to church. They gave a lot of money to church. They prayed in God. They believed in God. I'm not saying God doesn't exist, but holy crap, this was not mentioned in the Bible, that all these beings or lights were on other planets. It's absolutely incredible getting the chance to see this. For me, again, very emotional having realized that. You know, my grandmother and every single bloody person I know all believes in a God or are atheists, but not many people believe that there are other beings or even humans on the moon, and that the system here is just one of many other systems in the universe. It's absolutely incredible thinking that it's possible. Well, I'm telling you, the visual proof here, many UFOs are leaving the surface of the moon. They are even creating smoke over top of the surface of the moon. Whether it be to hide what's going on or not, I will never be able to confirm that, but I can show you visual proof right here. Look here in the center. Lights are accumulating, meaning they're lighting up. They're already on the surface, whether they're coming out of craters or they're coming out of portals or they're coming out of the moon itself. Look at this UFO. 4 elements, all the elements, my friends, those are how the UFOs hide. Those are what the UFOs look like. Fire, smoke, rain, okay? They can turn into water. They can do anything with the elements. They can turn into lightning or thunder. They can look like a sun or star. Are these humans that are smoking the surface of the moon, or is it the people living on the moon? Many of you have mentioned to me, Bruce, maybe a breakaway civilization is living on the moon. Maybe it's humans that had to leave in an apocalyptic event here on Earth, and that they already had the technology to be able to get to the moon. I totally agree with that, the plausibility of that. What about these biological objects or creatures letting off gases on the moon? I went as far as seeing an object come down to me from the sky, literally come down to me from the sky. This video is very long. I'm going to add some music that I posted on the Spanish channel, even though you saw the footage. It's the dark triangle. I'm flipping out over the dark triangle. I've been watching it about 75 times so far. Really happy. So these satellites that Elon Musk has sent out into space, 120 and 60 at a time. What do you think they're looking at? One of the 3 branches of the military in the U.S. said it themselves, the Pentagon. We are watching these UFOs. They say they don't know whether it's a foreign country or whether it's extraterrestrial or alien. That's where we're at. whether this object is close to the sun or not. In 6 years of research, I've never seen one, aside from once in one frame during a partial eclipse 3 years ago. Why are there more objects flying around the sun now? It's the sun. The sun is active. It's about to explode. Watch all the objects come into the solar system.
These are the Watchers. Look at this, Mappy 777.
Just saying, is this a sun flare or is it a triangle refueling and recharging on the surface of the sun? I just like thinking out of the box. We gotta wake up, guys.
Aliens on the moon, they must be mining. They're up there sitting down in that pontoon. They brought everybody up in their belly party. They coming here so soon. Yeah, aliens are up there on the moon. They may be even coming right here soon. Aliens are mining on the moon. Yes, they are up there. Doesn't matter 'cause disclosure's coming soon.